Today on the original guru of good game with your host, the original guru Zero Game. Today we're going to get into creativity. Is it lost? Is it not available anymore? Is that something that us humans have lost the ability of? We're going to break that down today. So let's get into it right now. Welcome once again to the original guru of good game. I'm your host, the original guru himself, Zero Game. I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to everybody who's listening. I just want to say thank you. I don't know how to express my love in words, but I really do love y'all, and thank you for listening as long as you have. And for those that listened and no longer listening, thank you so much for listening as long as you did. And if you haven't found what you're listening for, please come back. Love to have you come back and listen again. Now, today's episode, we're going to get into creativity. Creativity, it is a lost art. I'm starting to believe that, and that is just so sad. I had a past episode on the power of creation that we are all gifted with. Every person on this planet has the power of creation. We all gifted with it. Creativity is the essence of creation, because you can't create anything without creativity. This very conversation that I'm having with you, everything that you hear me saying is creation. These words had to be created in my mind first, so that gives me the power of creation. And, creativity is really a big part of that. Without creativity, you don't really have the power of creation. And we all need creativity. Creativity is freeing. Creativity allows the soul to grow and express itself. When we stifle creativity, we stifle the human soul, the very spirit that animates us and motivates us to build incredible things, to accomplish incredible goals. But we have been so, how can I say it? We have been so conditioned to follow the program and do not veer from the program. Everything is about this, that, and other, right down the line. No changes, no alterations, no enhancements, nothing. We keep the same program over and over and over and over again. And that is stifling creativity. That's suppressing creativity. That is suppression of the human soul. We can't have that. That's not going to work. You cannot sustain that for a long period of time. Now, it's great if you're trying to, accomplish a certain quota or repair something. You want to follow the tried and true for a short period of time until everything gets restabilized or solidified or whatever. But on a long-term run, to keep creativity stifled like that, we don't create nothing new. We don't expand on what we already created, because creativity is not being in play in that scenario. And that just can't be. We just can't have it like that. It's just too bad of a scenario to let life go on without creativity. Now, I'm not really sure on this, okay, because my kids are grown, so they're out doing their own thing. I don't have to worry about them. But my understanding in the past, 20 years, that creativity has been taken out of the educational institutions and left to, at home or community centers or wherever the fuck you want to go get your creativity on. But it's no longer a part of our academic curriculum anymore. My understanding is the art class has been taken out of schools. I used to love art class too. Home economics have been removed from school. Wood shop has been removed from school. Metal shop has been removed from school. carpentry, auto repair, stuff like that. All that has been removed from grade schools and high schools. That is my understanding. Now, I can only speak for the area I'm in, and I know for a fact that stuff been removed out of our schools. Now, I can't speak for the rest of the country. But if that is true, that is suppression of our children's creative spirit. That is a suppression on their soul. That is a suppression on their mentality. It does not allow them to grow mentally, emotionally, or spiritually when you stifle, suppress their creativity. And that's what we doing in this country. And that shit got to stop. Look, when I was growing up, it didn't make any difference whether your jean jacket or jeans or whatever you was wearing had somebody's famous name on your ass or on your chest or on the shoulder. That shit was irrelevant. We go to the thrift store, find a $3 jean jacket, take that sucker back home, get some paints, some glitter, you know what I'm saying? And then we get creative with our shit. Paint on our favorite superhero or whatever our favorite phrase is, or a picture or something. You know, we sparkle our shit up. We didn't need to have to pay somebody hundreds of dollars for a jacket to be fancy. We just make one ourselves. We take the ordinary, get creative, and turn it into the extraordinary. That is not practiced nowadays. Everybody running around trying to buy some shit with somebody else's name on it to say, ooh, I'm fashionable because I got somebody else's name written across my ass or on my feet. And I'm willing to pay hundreds of dollars for some shit that cost them a couple of bucks to make. Couple of bucks. Next time you go out and pay $300-$400 for some Jordans, just remember it only cost him $7 to manufacture. Just keep that in mind. The next time you go spend $450 on some Jordans, it only cost him $7 to make them. So who getting the better of the deal? Damn sure ain't you. But y'all keep on buying his shit and keep him happy and rich and wealthy and siding with Trump. As much as y'all love Jordan, I ain't seen shit he done for his community. Hell, he ain't done shit for the city that gave him all them damn championship rings. Chicago's still a shithole. Where's his assistance at? Made him rich and famous, but damn it, you don't see nothing in there talking about the Michael Jordan Foundation that helped improve life and conditions for the black youth in Chicago. I ain't heard nothing like that. And if it does exist, please, anybody, send me a link, send me an email, something. You can email me at og0game@gmail.com. You can send a link there. You can send me an article. You can send me something. Or you can go to the website, oggoodgame.com. You can leave a voicemail. You can hit the contact form and leave me something in the contact field. But somebody send me something, because if he doing all of this shit, I would like to know, and I will apologize for saying what I said if he actually doing all this shit. But so far, I haven't seen a reporter yet just been on TV to tout his greatness and his philanthropy and his community activism. I ain't seen nobody said nothing about his ass. Not a word. And if it is, I missed it. So please show it to me. But back to the creativity. That is something that we have got to renew in our society. Creativity has got to come back and be a cornerstone of building in our communities and our societies. Creativity is what allows you to look at an empty field where there used to be houses that got torn down and turn it into something else. Maybe a community garden. Maybe a new play area for the kids. Maybe a little dog park area so people can bring their little woofers around and run around and get their little exercise and energy on without running throughout the neighborhood and scaring the people and causing panics and disruption. Maybe you want to utilize it for tiny homes and help the homeless people have a place to live. It's only limited by your creativity of your imagination. And that's something that we sadly and sorely need right now in this day and age with all this chaos and all this crazy shit going on. And there's some crazy shit going on. but we need to reinvigorate creativity in ourselves. I mean, just do something creative for yourself. I'm not asking you to go out and do creative shit for the community and the neighborhood and the world and all of that. Just do something creative for yourself. Paint a picture. Maybe give a shot at sculpting, wood carving, embroidery, gardening, exercise, weightlifting, auto repair, customization of autos. I mean, anything. Just pick something that you enjoy doing and find a way to be creative in it. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm recommending, and that's all I'm saying. And I believe if we do that, if each individual find their creative inner self and allow that inner creative self to express itself in the real world, we will create so much beauty and so much advancement that it will just be mind-boggling, and it will blow our heads away. I shouldn't have used that phrase considering what's been happening on Capitol Hill and with these folks out here with their non-creative self getting violent. And I'm going to touch on that on a later date, but I'm not going to touch on that one right now. I just want to make sure that we get this creativity conversation started. And I want to make that a paradigm of all my episodes. I'm not speaking in a sense to tell you something and then that's it. My episodes are meant to start a conversation on a subject and to continue it on. See, I want input. I want people's feedback. I want to hear other people's opinions on both sides of the issue, because that's the only way we can resolve our differences, is if we can sit down and have a conversation and hear both sides of the issue and then find common ground that we agree on and take it from there. That takes creativity too. Compromise takes creativity. Negotiations take creativity. You have to be creative on how you want to do your deal or how you want to compromise. That's all creativity. One of the most powerful aspects of the human mind, and is being suppressed on a daily basis. So all I'm going to say is, people, don't be drones. The cookie cutter program does not work. We can't cookie cut our medical. Somebody come in with a broken leg. Okay, we do the thing. We set it, put a cast on it. Somebody else come in with a broken leg, but yet they broke their leg in a different way. I broke my leg because I fell. He broke his leg because something fell on it. Do you give him the same treatment as you give the other person? No. One might have crushed bones while the other one just has a straight through fracture. So you can't treat a fracture the same way you might treat somebody who actually might have some crushed bone from what fell on the leg. And we have to get back to our creativity. That's just a given. There's no way around that. If we want to advance our society, if we want to evolve as a community and a society and as a people, creativity is going to have to be one of the main cornerstones of our evolution. And I'm going to leave it right there at that. And I just wanted to lay that on you. And I hope that this topic is shared amongst the rest of you, and y'all sitting around contemplating on creativity at the kitchen table, at the dining room. Hell, get creative in the bedroom. That's where the best creativity takes place, is when you in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? When you getting your freaky deaky on. That's where the whole freaky deaky in the bedroom come from, because you got creative. So when you get creative in the bedroom, you usually keep a satisfied partner. Don't get creative in the bedroom and see how quick your partner is messing around with somebody else who is creative. And that goes for men, women, and whatever your sexual preference is. That goes for all of you. There is no discrimination on that one. I'm just saying. So we're going to end this episode. And next week's episode, I haven't decided what I was going to talk about next week. But, I got some good ideas, some good topics that I'm doing this year. So for the next episode, I think we're going to kick it about these no-sex relationships. And how is that affecting you, and how is that affecting your relationship? And if you are in a